Dear knitters, in this video I will show you some specialities of the holes pattern which is used in the Diggin Holes shawl. The first is row 2 in the pattern chart, which is the first bind off section. We will bind off those 2 stitches which appear as knitted stitches on the wrong side. We are on the wrong side now. We knit the first. We knit the second, we insert the left needle tip into the first stitch of the 2, pass it over the second stitch. Now we need the third stitch here, which is a normal purl stitch in the pattern chart. So we count it to the purl stitches, the next section of stitches. And we pass the second knitted stitch over the stitch. So 2 stitches have been bound off. Now we are in the next row after the 2 stitches have been bound off. It's a right side row and we knit until 2 stitches before the stitches, the bind off or bound off stitches, and knit those 2 stitches together. Now we work the 3 yarn overs, which is just wrapping the yarn 3 times around the right needle. The next is an SSK, slip, slip, knit. And I will just finish the row. Hello again, now we are in the next wrong side row, which is row 4 of the pattern chart. We knit until 2 stitches, we purl until 2 stitches before the yarn overs of the previous row. And we purl those 2 stitches together. Now we work the second 3 yarn overs. And I think this is a good method for this. You hold the yarn like this and you are just removing the yarn overs from the left needle of the previous row and wrap them together with the working strand with the yarn around your right needle. So now you have 3 double yarn overs on your right needle. The next is the SSP stitch, slip, slip, purl, which is purled through the back loops then after slipping the 2 stitches knitwise and bringing them again to the left needle. I finished this row. And here we are in the next right side row, which is row 5 of the pattern chart. We knit until we reach the yarn overs. We let them drop, just let them drop off the left needle. Use your middle finger of your left hand and start with the knit below and purl below stitch section, which is just knitting a stitch using the yarn overs. The next will be purled, so you just purl below the strand of the yarn overs. You have 2 stitches and you repeat this 2 more times. And finally you will have 6 new stitches here. Oh, I made a mistake. 1 moment. Knit, purl, knit and purl. At the end of this section I always check if there is not a long strand of yarn overs left, and if it is, I just try to move it through the other new stitches picked up. so you don't have a long left over here at this place. We knit the next stitches and I see you soon after a short. We are now in row 6 of the pattern chart. We purled until the 6 new stitches of previous row, and the pattern chart shows purled stitches here for the right side view, so we need to knit those 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it for the big hole. Now we've reached row 7. I've just knitted in my sample until the 6 purled stitches of previous row, and now we have to make 1 yarn over. We have to purl the next 2 stitches together, purl 2, and now slip, slip, purl, slip 2 stitches knitwise, bring them back to the left needle, purl them together through their back loops. 1 yarn over, and that's it for the big hole in row 8. We are just purling the yarn overs and knitting the next 4 stitches just as they appear. Purling the yarn over, that's it for row 8. Row 9, almost done. We knit until the yarn over of the, let me look, 7th row. Knit this stitch, make another yarn over, purl the next 2 stitches together, purl the next 2 stitches together in a SSP version, so slip, slip knitwise, bring them back to the left needle and purl them together through the back loop, make a yarn over. And I'm knitting the next. Finally, row 10. This is not really challenging, it's just purling the yarn overs of the previous row and knitting those 2 stitches so they appear as knitted stitches on the wrong side, and they should appear as purled stitches on the right side. So this is the big hole on the right side, and this is the big hole on the left side. And I always can't decide which side I like more. Sometimes it is the left and sometimes it's the right. And what I always do is trying to make this stitch which can appear a bit longer than the other bound of stitches. I just try to make it smaller to tighten the stitch and to use its additional width for the other bound of stitches, and it looks a bit more accurate. So I think you can wear the pattern from both sides. It looks nice this way and it looks nice this way. I think the wrong side a bit more interesting even, because it has more structure, but it's your choice. Thanks for watching.